Hello guys, welcome back to a video that literally no one's going to watch. Today I thought I would do 10 tips for noobs on Dauntless, prioritising things that are easily implemented and things that I wish I'd have known when I started playing. This is not going to be a video full of meta builds and really advanced tips and tricks. This is simply 10 things that you can focus on from the very beginning and or change right now that if you haven't done will really improve your gaming experience. These will be loosely ordered in things that are easiest to implement all the way through to things that might take some time. Anyway, here we go. Number 10. Make sure you change your camera field of view and distance, both for melee and ranged weapons. So, for any of you that doesn't know what field of view is, it literally means the amount you can see in front of you. So increasing field of view just makes it a wider cone in front of your eyes, and you can see kind of like a fisheye lens. I played probably 10 hours without seeing this before I changed it. Changed it instantly, made my life amazing, especially when I did a reforge of my repeaters. Before seeing it and then after seeing field of view increase, I went and changed that and life was dandy again. So make sure you do that. Number 9, make sure you're spending your cash coins on combat merits and patrol keys every day. You get these from doing challenges both daily and weekly. I think if you play the game somewhat regularly, you get these. I never actually tried to get cash coins and I ended up having enough to get this every day. And it's the best way to amount combat merits, the easiest in my opinion. Number 8, be careful what you buy in your Slayer's Path. What I mean by this is just make sure you're not spending things on useless upgrades that will prevent you getting things that are actually useful to your game. So I wouldn't recommend upgrading pretty much any of the what's it called? The wingsuit thing? The glider, there we go. Upgrading any of the glider for the game because you don't need it. I've never needed it, especially with the legendary shot weapon I've got. Teleports you 150 meters to bosses anyway. I've never found this useful, so that's just an example of what I mean. Number 7, make sure you choose applicable bounties and you're actually doing them. Again, I kind of just saw this pop up and in the rush of me learning the game, I forgot about them. So they are the quickest and best way to level up your weapon XP, which is effectively a character level now. The easiest, so make sure you're not taking ones that don't apply to you, like kill 2 enemies with radiant weapons when you don't have any radiant weapons. Make sure you're not taking any like that, or else you're just going to sit wasting a bounty slot that's never used. Number 6, it's closely related to number 7, but you can use bounties of any weapon and cash them in on a weapon of your choice. For example, my go-to weapon are chain blades. I could in theory do all 4 bounties on chain blades, not hand them in, and then if I wanted to level the hammer, for example, I could then equip the hammer, cash all the bounties in and get all the XP for the hammer even though I never used it. So in theory you could reforge a weapon all the way to level 20 without ever actually using it, which is not what I recommend, but you could do that in theory. Number 5, and this is a very simple one, don't be afraid to use your tonics and consumables. This is something I absolutely was, but you end up, well I at least ended up gaining way more materials to craft them than I actually ended up using. So now I'm sat on hundreds and hundreds of the things. So yeah, just to make your life better, easier, quicker, faster, nicer, stronger. Make sure you're using them during fights and don't be afraid to save them because there'll always be a harder fight you'll be saving them for. Number 4, don't be afraid to come out of a fight and wait if you think or know an attack is coming. It isn't a DPS race. These aren't tank and spanks. A lot of the enemies you will need to be dodging a lot, and if you don't know the timing too well, don't be afraid to be patient. Check your danger meter on the right and make sure that you're on pace to kill the boss quick enough. But yeah, come out and just watch from afar. Don't be afraid to sit back and learn their patterns. And number 3, don't be afraid to solo matchmake. You can click private hunt whenever you're looking for a hunt. This just means that it puts you in a server on your own. No one will be running around and you get all the time and privacy to practice fighting behemoths how you want. This will obviously be good for 2 reasons. It will show you what you're doing wrong and show you what you're doing right. This is something I underutilized for a while, and then when I started using it I suddenly got exponentially better at the game, so this is definitely something I recommend. Number 2, choose the weapon that suits you. So this will take a little bit of experience, obviously, but I quickly found that chain blades were what I prefer. I do recommend these because they are high mobility weapons, so they can kind of get you out of a fight or into a fight quick when your positioning isn't great. And this is something I think is invaluable and not spoken about enough. If you see an attack coming, you can get out quickly with them, and if you need to catch a fast behemoth, you can be very sticky to them with your right click ability. So I think chain blades are a good one. So definitely think about picking them up, but just make sure you get what you want. Number 1, make sure you're taking the time to read the perks and unique abilities that come with your armor. This is a big thing that makes a massive difference when applied across all the pieces of gear. They don't sound too big when you single them out, but across all pieces of your gear, they really, really add up, and it's something that even now I find myself just kind of skimming over, but it's definitely worth it because you can approach the fights, choose specific combos and playstyles that you know are going to be enhanced by the things that your gears give you. And number 0, a bonus entry, and bring on the booze because it's corny, but it's true. The most meta build in Dauntless right now is having fun. Do whatever you can do that is fun, because ultimately that's all that matters, because you can pick any build you want, any weapon, do any strategy. If it's not fun, you'll stop playing the game, and what was the point? So find how you enjoy playing the game and do that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you around.